Question?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Yes, okay.
I'm an architect, I got a
Yes.
question, yes. So this falls under the existing budget for the park?
Yeah, this was part of the overall,
So
the overall budget,
So
yes.
just briefly, well, then why are you coming for an approval process if it's part of that CIP and what we've approved already to finance the
Well, we
park?
approved the CIP as a part of the budget process, but every individual contract, we still just have to come forward to
Okay.
actually make the purchase.
So then my next question is this mission critical to put up this extra Jumbotron?
I would think to get someone to actually want to attend the concert in this section, because there's no direct line of sight to the stage, I think the Jumbotrons are pretty critical.
Is this a request from ACA?
No, so currently, the way they've used this area before, again, they used to bring a screen in on a trailer for if they had a larger event that they needed to expand on into this area. So the
So-
long-term plan was to always have the Jumbotrons.
I'm trying to figure out in my head, I mean, is this something that's going to potentially bring more revenue? I don't know if that's a question that you can answer. I think it's more of a staff question, third floor question, understanding, are we trying to sell more tickets and allow the sale of more tickets so that the revenue is going to help take care of this? Because right now we have, as all my colleagues here and my other colleagues that aren't here know, that there is a request for additional funding. It's the biggest surprise. It's like the biggest secret everybody in Aurora knows about. And this is about $500,000. I mean, how much is it in total? Around $500,000?
The screens were 600,000. The structure is another two.
Okay, so
seven to eight, somewhere in there.
that's a fair amount of dollars they can go to help some of the funding that they're asking for, perhaps, in this next budget cycle.
Sure. Well, the projection right now is that by taking that area in, we'll be able to increase by roughly 1,000. We haven't gotten everything fine-tuned, but ACA was predicting that they could increase tickets by 1,000 to 1,500, which would bring in hopefully larger acts to get us past that 5,000-ish threshold that we're at right now. So without using this green space and everything south of the new beverage pavilion, that would impact probably how many more tickets you could sell. And I guess in terms of mission critical and other projects, we have looked at other projects that we can scale back on this year and things that that maybe aren't necessary to go forward in 2025. But given that the park is under construction, it makes more sense to do it rather than try and find another time to get it all straightened away.
Yeah, I know there's been an effort by the mayor's office, the mayor personally, and also Ms. Chief of Staff Shan Cameron, and have already brought costs down considerably in a few areas since they took over, and it's not going to affect design or its operation or its safety. So I just want to figure out a better explanation that I can also share with the community on why we're moving forward with this, especially with what the request is from ACA.
Shannon. Oh, no. Hello, Shannon Cameron, Chief of Staff. So Mr. Bauer was instrumental in those cost-cutting measures for the cameras too. I just want to bring that in IT as well. I think that if you remember, I wish we had the image and maybe we'll bring that to Cal so people can remember what the new design looks like there. There's actually in the middle of RiverEdge Park, kind of the new beverage pavilion, kind of has a semicircle, and on top of it is a graded grassy area with another kind of area up there that it's like another sky deck sort of area. So that actually blocks the view for the other part. If you're on the other side of the park, that's why those Jumbotrons are useful. If you don't have that access over there, it's very unlikely that people would want to be over there, and therefore they probably want to only be on the other side of the park, where other people might have little kids, might want to have a picnic, might want to kind of hang out in the grassy area, away from the larger crowd, might really like that area, but without having a view of the show, there'd be no interest probably. So that is, and we can bring that to Cal, that image, so it's a better, I think, visual, so you can see that. But as far as, I think right now is finishing this project so we can be open for next summer. If we don't do that, it will, I would say, probably most likely would reduce the number. I don't know if it guarantees more people, but it would guarantee that less of the park could be used in that way.
Which, if I'm understanding this correctly, based on what I'm hearing here, so less patrons affects the ability to get these acts that request more patrons or patron capacity. Am I correct? So big picture-wise, we're trying to put this in to bring in some quality acts to the downtown core that have been evading us for a few years.
Yeah, that's correct. And all the other efforts backstage that all of the acts that have been coming in have been saying, well, it's a beautiful venue, but unfortunately you don't have facilities for us and changing rooms and areas for our staff and all. And when they come in with their tour buses, they're all just kind of stuck on their bus rather than having somewhere that they can actually get out.
I appreciate that. I think it requires a little clarity because I know you guys I know the staff's been working diligently since day zero hour since the inauguration to get ahead of this and cut costs. And